What's up everyone, this is Karan here, back with another video. Welcome to Tech Karan YouTube channel. Masik 13.1, which is based on MIUI 12, is released for almost all of the devices. Some devices got it official update, some devices got port update, and some devices have GSI options available. In this video, I'm going to show you which are the things you get in Masik build, why it is different from all the MIUI 12 builds. And this one is my Redmi Note 8, so I'm going to review it on my Redmi Note 8. This is available as a port for Redmi Note 8. So which are the things you get here, which are things working, and which are the bugs, everything in this video. Make sure to watch this video till the end. Let's get started right now. Okay, so this is the MIUI version, MIUI 12 by Masik MDB Limited. When you go to all specs, this one is actually based on Android version 10, and you got the security patch of latest 1st of June 2020. Security patch could be different for all other devices, but for Redmi Note 8, it's based on June security patch. If you talk about the control center is pretty much smooth, as you can see, no lags at all. And one of the best thing about this build is you get stability alongside with the performance also, like app animations. Yes, some lags are there for Redmi Note 8, but not that much heavy lags. You can use this build as your daily driver. I'm using this as a theme. As you can see, when you go to theme store, this one is a theme which I'm using. The name is in Chinese and then S and whatever else, I don't know. You can search in theme store, you can find it easily when you search for MIUI 12 themes. And as you can see, the theme looks perfect and working pretty much awesome. Like the home screen widget looks nice, your status bar icons look good too, and also the control center has only brightness change option, which looks pretty much impressive. And when you go to lock screen, you also get some options for customization here too, like you get some calculator options, stopwatch, weather, and some other things. And here you got the option of music and some other things, and here you got a touch option, some little bit customization options available in this build also. You can try out, this looks pretty much impressive. Alongside with that, the fingerprint, face lock, everything is perfectly working here. The default camera is this MIUI 12 camera, which you can use to click photos, and without having any issues you can click those photos. But the default camera has some bugs which can be reduced by using the Gcam. I'm using Gcam 7.2 on my build on my Redmi Note 8. You can use Gcam 7.3 also, you can use Gcam 7.1 also, or whatever Gcam you have, you can try out. The Gcam is perfectly fine. Portrait mode, bokeh mode, and all other stuff is perfectly fine and working great. You also get L-Speed pre-installed in Redmi Note 8. I'm not talking about other builds, but in Redmi Note 8, my ported ROM, you get L-Speed pre-installed, in which you have a lot of options. You can choose the boost scheduler, you can choose boost now option. It has a lot of options to free up your RAM, to enhance battery life, to enhance performance, and a lot more things. This is a very helpful app. It is also available as a Magisk module, so you can try out that one too. Moving on to some other things, you got all MIUI 12 apps like Play Store, weather, security app, and all other stuff like that. Everything is same like the MIUI 12 apps. You also get the full screen gestures available. You also get the option of Google Assistant. This one is Google Assistant. You can launch from side swipe up, looks pretty much awesome. Google Assistant option is available here. Moving on to settings, let's check out some things which you get here. First of all, one of the main thing is you can see no divider here, not a single divider, and this is one of the unique thing, and this is only you get in Masik build. Connection sharing, you get the option of portable hotspot. In Redmi Note 8, when you're gonna open hotspot, don't directly open hotspot. Moving on this, click on setup portable hotspot, check device identification and choose to default, and then you will be able to choose to turn on portable hotspot, and you can see there is no bug at all. A lot of users have reported that portable hotspot is not working, but yes, it is working. I have already shown you that how to enable this portable hotspot, including the Wi-Fi. As you can see, I'm using Wi-Fi and including portable hotspot. Both things are perfectly fine and I'm using them, as you can see. Moving on to some other things, you got the location option at up in the settings, which was not available in any build. and always on display. Obviously not working for Redmi Note 8, but for other devices I cannot guarantee here. This is a feature which you get here, blur ratio in power menu. You can customize this blur ratio whichever you like. This one is actually power menu ratio, like this one. You can choose the blur ratio, like if you click on 100, your background of power menu is totally blurred now. If you choose it to 0 or 10, I think, yes, 10, then this is how your power menu looks. You cannot even see. So this is how you can customize your power menu if you like that. This is the simple and small customization option which you get in lock screen. In display section, all the things are here. You also get the option of sunlight mode available. There is a sunlight mode available, and if you talk about the maximum brightness on call, this option is, I think, imported from MI Room. This option is also available here. Dark mode option is available, which was expected to. And moving on some other things, system font, as you can see, I'm already using third-party fonts and working perfectly fine. Control center, notification, shade, all other things are same, and everything is perfectly fine without having issues. You can use these things. And here you also get another thing. Let me just show you. Wait. You also got the option screenshot in any app. Some apps does not allow you to take screenshots, but with using this option, you can enable screenshots in any app, which is another useful feature. In sound and vibration, you also get the sound effect option, which is perfectly fine. You can use these effects if you want to use. Home screen, wallpaper, themes, and everything is same here. Password and security, got the face lock option, fingerprint, password, everything is same. I have not applied face lock, but it's perfectly fine, perfectly working here, and everything else is almost same. In additional settings, some extra options you already get here, like clear speaker, game turbo, video toolbox, floating windows, second space, MIUI lab, light mode, and a lot more. Everything is already available here, and it's perfectly working. I have no issues in using all these things. And in full screen display, you have Android Q gestures. You can hide the full screen indicator here, and this is one of the stable builds which you can use. I'm not recommending anyone to use this build. If you want to, you can try out. Don't complain me, because this is a ported build, so I cannot guarantee you the stability, but it's perfectly fine for me. So this was all from today's review. This was all from today's video. I hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.